Hi everyone. So the season coming to an end, and as you see we've already secured our promotion to the Premier Division. And let's look at our table. So as you see we still have 6 games remaining till the end of the season, and we've already secured our promotion, which is quite nice. Let's look quickly on our tactics. So our formation for the 4 remains our primary formation. Cement and Comet remains our primary pair of central defenders. Strike still perform nice in the position of halfback, and Phillips remains our important player in the middle of the field. Our wings in general are rotating a lot, and our striker Zachary Campbell remains our main force on the opposition side of the goal. Let's look at some of our matches so far. So as you see in the league, our defeat to Millwall in October remains the only one, if I remember right. Not the only one, but the last one. So from the October we don't consider any defeat, and it's good so far. But as you see in FA Cup we lost 6-0, so obviously this team doesn't ready to compete with such team as Man United for now. But in Championship we're doing quite nice. So this match brought us the promotion, and it was actually a draw, so nothing fancy here. But let's look at some of the interesting matches. I think match with West Ham was the turning point, because as you see it was on the second position, and I think it was very important match, and from that I think we were feeling more freely in our road to the promotion. Let's look at this match. Nice goal from Zachary. Selenia, to be honest, doesn't perform very amazing, but we got a goal from him from the set piece. But in general, I can say I'm very impressed with his performance during the season. Let's look at some of the other matches. With QPR. Again, we used our 4-4 formation, and almost everyone except pretty well performed very well. Greenland performed very well during this match. Very free movement in the opposition box area from our team. So, and let's look at the 4-0 win over Portsmouth. Again, 4-4 formation. Nice goal from Phillips. Again, shoot from the outside of the box, and a nice goal from the Kiri. And that's how we won. So we will continue our road to the championship. I think it's very possible. Not very strong opponent, so I hope we can do this. And here we are. Leeds win Skybet Championship. So it's a nice achievement. Let's look at the competition table. We still have one game remained, but we already secured championship, which is quite nice. We don't have any players in major statistics except of Kelvin Phillips and Ilan Millier. But I'm overall satisfied with my team performance. We can look at I think we can look at season statistic for each player. So as you see, our last game we used a little different formation. So here we are. We still use 4-4 as a primary, but I don't remember why I used this one in particular for last game. But we can walk through our main players' performance during this season. So as you see, Ruben Semedo. Let's look at more detailed stats. 44 appearances, 7 goals, which nice for defender. Also he have headers won 114. This is not very important for defender. Header wons, header won ratio not very high, but acceptable. Nice passing completion ratio and nice tackle completion ratio, and as you see, overall average rating also quite good. So our another important defender was Eray Comet. Let's look at his stats. 47 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists, 3 goals, 4 assists. Headers won less than Semedo. Again, nice pass completion and tackle completion ratio. Not as high average rating as in Semedo, but I'm overly satisfied with his performance. Let's go to the squad view, it will be easier for me. Again, Ilan Millier. So 38 appearances rather, 18 shootouts, which is quite nice, and good average rating in English FA Cup, but not so good in Skybet Championship, but again overly satisfied with his performance. Ealing wasn't really outstanding, like a decent job, but nothing unusually good. Let's look at Pascal Strike. Very satisfied with his job. 25 appearances, header won ratio, pass completion ratio, and tackle completion ratio quite nice, and as you see, very good average rating. Who we have? Fausto Vera also did some good job. As you see, 21 appearances in general. Not good headers won, but his position doesn't require that a lot. But good pass completion ratio and tackles won ratio. So, and 8 assists as well. Tobias Rubio no Kenne, our young player, so that didn't play a lot. Stewart Dallas, we can look at him. 30 appearances in all competition. Pretty nice average rating, but other stats not so good, so like decent performance, but nothing special. Kelvin Phillips, was our important player. So as you see, 5 goals, 14 assists in 40 matches. Nice passing completion and nice average rating. Very satisfied with him. He is our very important player. Selenia, as I said, on the first look he has very good attributes, but I can say I'm very satisfied with his performance. So as you see, very average rating, or very average stats rather. Tyrese Campbell was very good. So as you see, 33 appearances, 15 goals, 6 assists, quite nice, and good average rating in all competitions. I don't see any shots on target stats. Oh yeah, here. So shots on target not very high, but in general 15 goals with 6 assists, I think it's a very decent performance from him. And Zakiri also important player for us during this season. As you see, almost in all competition, very high average rating. 23 general goals, 11 assists. Higher shots on target ratio than of Tyrese Campbell. Nice pass completion ratio. So again, this player was very important for us. And we can look also at Sam Greenwood, our young player. 20 appearances, 9 goals, 3 assists. And under Brent Techa, 31 appearances, 14 goals, 6 assists, also quite good. And our 2 loaned players performed pretty good as well. Moise Kean, not a lot of goals and assists, but in general, as you see, a nice average rating, so he was a useful player. So let's look at matches, at those matches which secured our championship. We finished on Portsmouth, so we had win over Peterborough. Again, our 4-2-4 formation. As you see, Moise Kean, useful performance and goal from Zakiri. Poor defense. And goal from Kedia. And let's look at our derby game. I tried to a different formation just because I understand that during next season we will have to defend a lot against very strong teams. So it was look for the future. But we still were able to win. Again, 2 defenders and no one can win a header. And let's go from Campbell. So we, as I said, remained with 1 game. So we will do a little update on that. And as you see, we lost our last game. I guess that's because our players wasn't motivated after securing championship. So let's look at records, because I remember we managed to set a few new records. most league win in a season. As you see, this is our current season. Well, of course, there's in Championship more games than in Premier League, but I think it's in any case good achievement. And most points in the season, again, our record. So let's look at our final standings. 123 points, and I think this will be it. We can also look at seasonal data review. Very interesting. Fewer shots, fewer goals. Yes. Oh, by the way, let's look at our table. Where is our table? So as you see, goal difference. We have the highest goal difference. We only lost 3 games, but a lot of draws. We managed to win 30 games as well as West Ham. And I want to look at how many goals we conceded, but I don't think it's available here. Season preview. Well, okay, but I think we conceded less goals than any other teams. Attacking efficiency. We are more clinical than a lot of teams, and we manage more shots per match. Okay. Well, I think it's obvious that we performed very well in this season, and I think we will start to work on a transfer market to improve our team, because obviously as a match with Man United showed us that we don't really ready to compete with such teams. But in general, I think I will be looking for the next team in my career during next season, for such teams that can be really fighting for real trophies, because I want to win trophies. But we will look how it will be. Will there be any available jobs in such teams? But in general, so far we're doing so well on our goal to become a good manager. As we can look at our profile, so we have a little reason of attributes, and we already received I think 3 licenses, and studying for the next one. So I think it will improve my chances to receive a job in a more appealing team, as you will. But I think this will be it. Thank you for watching. Until next time.